¿Qué pasa, amigos? This week on the Vintage Modernist, we're going to talk about the Pex Plumbing system. This stuff is so awesome. They've been using this since, I think, the late 70s over in Europe. And it's been slow to catch on here. There's a learning curve and there's a fear curve, like with anything, like when they went from lead pipes to copper in plumbing. Copper was out, I think, a good 15 or 20 years before it really became commonplace, because contractors are sometimes hesitant to try new things, or, there's nothing wrong with this, we've been using it all this time. And whatever the case, they've been using this in Europe, and when I built my house in 2010, I researched this quite a bit, and they'd been using it up in the New England area in the Northeast under driveways, and they would run their hot water heaters, their hot water through it to thaw the driveways up there in the wintertime, but they wouldn't bring it into the house, and I found that peculiar. Anyway, it eventually caught on, and here's the nice part about this stuff. Can't do that with copper, obviously, and it won't freeze. It will freeze, but it won't burst. And when I was looking it up way back when, I saw a picture of a frozen thing. It had a chunk of ice about the size of a man's fist right in the middle of it, and it just expands. So it is frozen. You wouldn't have water, but it doesn't burst the pipe. And eventually it thaws, or you can thaw it, and it just goes back to its normal shape and goes. A misconception that we need to get out of the way is that this is not the same junk crap that went into trailer houses and modular homes in the 80s that was just trash. This is a whole different ballgame. To cut this, they sell a cutter. That's it. That's it. No hacksaw, no nothing. You want to keep your cuts square as you can and deburr them. And that's it, man. And you're through and you're ready to go. You can bend it, obviously, through walls, through studs, wherever you need to do. When I built my house in 2010, I think I plumbed the supply side of that in maybe an hour and a half for the whole thing. So, you do have to have special tools, which we have here. And when I went to the box store to look at this stuff, it's changed quite a bit. Now they have a new centering. Well, I have the old, I don't even know what you call them. Anyway, can you get in here and one? It comes with your standard sizes: 3/8, half, 3/4, and inch. And that's just a little. You got to be careful with these. They are brass and they will snap on you. They just barely snug those up. It's already set up for 1/2 inch, and that's the pipe I have, the piece of scrap I have, and that's what we're going to be messing with. So I'm going to leave it in there. But it's just one little set screw, and you cinch in whichever jaws you're using, and you're ready to go. You also get, with this kit anyway, you get what they call a go/no-go gauge, where you're supposed to check the crimping on there, and if it slides all the way down, it's supposedly no good. If it doesn't go on, it's supposedly no good, and somewhere right in the middle. I think I used this 2 or 3 times, and I never used it again. I didn't have anything leak. It's just such a brilliant system. And we'll put one together. They sell all these little brass fittings. They sell elbows and anything you would need for a connection. They sell keys, the whole thing. There is a little grommet type thing that they recommend putting in for shut-off valves. Kind of reinforces that. I used them. They're cheap. Cost-wise, they're cheap. And why not? Better than having a problem later. You can buy these. I don't think you can buy them individually, but you can buy them in 5 packs. You can buy them in 10 packs, 20. I think there's 50 packs. You slide that dude on there. You put your joint on there. You got your handy dandy tool. And that's it. And it's that simple and it's that fast. It's so much better than copper as far as I'm concerned. They have these in color coded things. They have a white or clear. They have red, obviously, for warm, and blue for cold. I did use color coding on mine. I think this stuff was the same price. Didn't matter what color it was. Just keeps stuff simple. Keeps you from complicating it. If you did, say you goofed this up and it was on there crooked, they do sell I think this is, I don't know what it was, maybe $10. And then cut it. All told, I think there was about $120 in tools. And then you're good to go. If you goof these up, you do like so, it literally cuts it. I don't know if I'll be able to pry that off or not. I don't have any pliers here, but it comes right off after you cut it. But once they're on there, man, they're on there. This system is ingenious. Love it. Can't speak enough about it. Would highly recommend it to anyone. All the parts, of any size that you would need plumbing, they make for Pex. They also make I don't have one, but they make something more for commercial guys, or if you used it all the time. It's an air-driven deal that will expand the pipe, and you push it in there, you let the air off, and it's there. And that made me kind of skeptical. It works. They use it, and I've seen a guy use it. I don't know, but it's great stuff. It's a great product. And like I said, can't say enough good about it. It really is. It's just so much simpler than sweating pipes, and just this alone is worth quite a bit to me. Being able to flex without a separate elbow, without sweating your pipes. It's just, love it. Highly recommend it. Great product. We're switching gears to old stuff. Early on, maybe in the first episode, I talked about not everything in the old days was great or was good. And here's a prime example. This is a cherry pitter, in theory. You would clamp it to whatever, your table or whatever. In theory, your cherries would go down here. I've also heard it called a stoner, but that's something different. And it's a very simple setup where, in theory, that would come down and squash the pits out of your cherries and just, wow, look at you go, and they'd all run down the little track. The problem is, every single cherry stem would have to be exactly in line with this to work, which means you're stopping, getting another cherry, it would roll down there, but you'd have to straighten it up. And you have to, if you're going to do that, you might as well do it by hand. I mean, this, and Sears Roebuck catalog was full of this kind of stuff back in the day. It's just like today. They make stuff today that nobody needs. It's impractical to use. People still buy it on occasion, and they have their little moment in the sun, and then they kind of fade out of existence because people realize, man, that's stupid. But anyway, so not everything from the old days was great. I keep it just because I collect old stuff, so I can talk about it on YouTube videos. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, do the thumbs up thing on the bottom down there. If you have any comments, you can make those. Of course, all are welcome, or almost all. I don't know, I've never gotten a single comment, and we're on video number 5. So, hope you have a good week. Have a great day.